You're watching Inside Automotive with Cheyenne Malone.
Hi everyone, I'm Cheyenne Malone. Well, in today's ultra-competitive business environment, where we have to fight to have the best marketing, the coolest social media, and the lowest prices, it's easy to feel overwhelmed somehow, right, by your competition, especially. Coach to sales superstars Matt Easton is here to remind us that sometimes getting the sale can be as simple as raising your hand. Matt, talk to us.
Absolutely,
Welcome.
Cheyenne. We do feel overwhelmed, right? I mean, it's like, I got to give you a discount. I got to give this for free. I've got to have the best social media in the world. My company needs to pay to have Beyonce in the Sphere in Las Vegas, and I need to get you front row if you want to do business with me. Well, although that can feel overwhelming, it's not that hard. I want to give everybody a tip for those of you that are watching, for those of you that are listening, for those of you that are from all around the world going, hey, how do I compete with the folks that are getting Queen Beyonce in the Sphere? I'm going to show you how you can compete right now, and it won't cost you a dime, and you don't need to ask your marketing department for anything. Does that sound good, Cheyenne?
I'm all ears.
All right. It's as simple as raising your hand. I'm going to give you 2 ways you can start raising your hand right now today. Okay. The first one is, and this you need to have to do a little bit of work. I need you to set your ego aside. I need you to set your inner salesperson aside. And I need you to just be a good person and make some phone calls today to contacts that you have and just raise your hand. Hey, Cheyenne, Matt Easton, founder of Easton University. Just want to raise my hand, let you know I'm out here. If you need anything regarding sales coaching or just have a question or want to bounce an idea off of somebody, whether you do business with us or not, I live and breathe this stuff. My mobile 720-660-3202. You guys will be shocked. You don't need to have the most expensive marketing budget in the world. If you just make at least 10 dials a day and just let people know you're out there, whatever industry you're in, find people that you can do business with. Don't call to sell them anything. Don't call to say, if I could have 5 minutes of your time, I'd like to show you how we could save you money or improve your life or get you this thing you wanted. Just, hey, wanted to call and raise my hand and let you know I'm out here. If you ever need anything, or just want to bounce an idea off of somebody, or need a friend that lives and breathes this stuff, my mobile, 720-660-3202. I've made thousands of these calls, and it's made me millions of dollars because you're making the call without an ego. Does that make sense? We don't need a big marketing. It's free, right?
It is. And people get so busy and overwhelmed, and it's sometimes in the back of their head as a to-do. Maybe I should, seek out this or seek out that or call Matt. But when you do it and you present it, and you know what, it's in the forefront, and they're going forward with it, hopefully. So 10 dials a day, got that. What else?
Yes, and back to that point, just really quick, marketing's great. I'm not trying to discount marketing.
Sure.
But when you're just raising your hand and letting people know, they may be drawn in by the marketing of a competitor, but then feel like, you know what, Cheyenne is my friend in the business. Let me just call her and bounce this idea off of her. So we're good there. Here's the other way I want you to raise your hand.
Okay.
And this really involves you leaving your ego and wanting to sell things, all of that aside just for a second. Whenever you're talking with a prospect, with a customer, with a client, don't forget to let them know, hey, if this is not a fit, if for some reason we can't help you with this, if for some reason it's not a match and I can't get you exactly what you need or solve this monster problem for you, I want to let you know, Cheyenne, I will be the first one to raise my hand and let you know. I'm not in the business of forcing things on people. You're never going to have to kick me out of your office. Or if it's not something where you're meeting with them in a B2B environment, you're like B2C, right? You're talking to a consumer. You're never going to have to ask me to stop calling you. It is amazing, guys, when I coach people at Easton University and they start saying things like, hey, I just want to let you know if this is not a fit, I will be the first one to raise my hand and let you know. It takes all of the pressure off, because now they're dealing with somebody that's a professional first and not somebody that's trying to get the sale first. You have to remind those people, I will raise my hand and I will be the one that lets you know if it's not a fit. Far too often, amateur sales professionals and business owners come off, or worse, are only concerned about getting the sale. If I'm your coach, I want you to be concerned about helping that person, that client, that business, and letting them know if you can't help them or their business, that you'll be the first one to raise your hand and let them know. That's going to build your trust and credibility, and they're going to be honest with you, and you're more likely to get the sale.
And it shows that you're trying to look out for them as well as your business. What advice?
Absolutely.
What advice do you give, Matt, on leaders who feel like, maybe they're overwhelmed sometimes because the competitors can offer A, B, and C, but maybe not me?
Yes, the key to that, and this is a key to everything in life, Cheyenne, is when we slow the process down in the beginning, we will speed up the result in the end. And I get it. I'm with you. I understand. If you're a leader, if you're in marketing, if you're in sales, you're feeling overwhelmed that everybody is out spending you or out promoting you. At the end of the day, though, you need to remember this. Nobody is doing business because of a promotion or because of ad spend. There's a chief core problem or change or something that they're trying to get to. And if we can slow down and allow that person to talk, what's most important to you? Why is it? What's your biggest reason for wanting blank? What's your biggest reason for needing a caterer? What's your biggest reason for needing this vehicle? And we can slow down. You'll find that the more you learn about that customer or that organization, the less important those promotions, specials, and little incentives actually become because you understand them.
When you think about, Matt, some of the more successful people that you've coached, whether it be, business leaders, owners, just across the board, what attributes do they have that helps them stand out amongst the others?
Great question. The attributes that they have are the following. Number one, they have a process and they trust their process. You can separate amateurs from professionals. Amateurs are like, hey, I close people all the time. I know everybody. You shouldn't need to know everybody to be able to be successful. You should be able to have a process to get their attention, deliver insights. That professional should be able to be dropped in any country, any time zone, anywhere without knowing anybody and have a process to acquire business. The other thing is a true professional, a true skillful person takes the time to set their ego aside, their promotions aside, their quota, what's in it for them aside, and to actually learn about that person they're talking to. They actually care, and they show they care. They show they want to understand. They say things like, Cheyenne, when you say XYZ, can you give me a specific example of what you mean? And they listen. Those professionals that have a process, truly care, and listen to their clients, well, they clean house.
Awesome stuff. It's so basic and so easy, but so many people do not do it. So you're right.
And in their defense, I just want to defend them. I get it. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there, and it can be overwhelming, right? Mm-hmm. You're looking on your phone, and we don't have that. We didn't offer that. They've got a new app, and you feel almost inadequate.
Sure.
What will make you better is that you care. You can control that. You can care about that person more than anybody else. And if you raise your hand, and let them know you're out here, they'll come to you. And then if you raise your hand again once you're talking to them and let them know that you have their best interests in mind and you want the best for them, whether they do business with you or not, that's the recipe for success.
Great advice, as always, Matt Easton, founder of Easton University. Thank you so much for your time and your insight.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, and thanks to all of you for watching.
Thanks for watching Inside Automotive with Cheyenne Malone.